Good morning, this is Jimmy Skogard with Grassroots Rising, and I'm here today with
Debbie Taylor.
Hi, Debbie. Understand you've got some feelings about division within the country. Would you like to share those?
Yes, I would. I sit back and I watch our country go through the trials and tribulations that it's been going through, and I don't know how they can think that they can fix anything when all they do is fight. You cannot fix a country. A country cannot be one unless it starts as one. You cannot divide it and expect it to work. First thing they got to do is learn to like each other, because we all have opinions and we all have everything. And if we quit voting on which side or which whatever, then maybe we could vote on the actual issues at hand.
So I like to frame it like this, Debbie. I like to say if we could just strip away all the labels and just look at each other like human beings, and work together, we could get so much more done.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a time in history where that has actually happened in the country? Specifically, I'm referring to the time right after World War II.
I wasn't alive then.
Neither was I, but studying history, we see that when we work together, we can accomplish.
We can do amazing things.
Right, and that was I think that time frame in history was called the Greatest Generation. Have you ever heard of that?
I think I have, yes.
And so during the Greatest Generation, we saw an unprecedented growth in the middle class, in the regular people in America, all across America. And we joined together, and now we're being torn apart. And do you have any idea who's doing the tearing? Who do you think is doing the tearing apart?
I think both sides are. But this goes into another issue that I believe strong in. Okay, our system, our United States process, when it was wrote, it was new. And when they wrote it, they didn't know what things had happened later on in life, but they had ideas of things that could happen. So that, and it goes down to like the 25th Amendment. That's how you impeach the president, or whatever, something like that. But it's basically, when we find out it ain't working, and those that we put in charge to do that aren't doing their job, we've got to be able to fix that also. There has to be means that can change that. From what we sit here and watch on TV, oh, he's been to court for this. That man has more felonies than I've ever even thought of doing in my life. Ever. And it makes me really sick because I can't vote because of that.
You can't vote because you have
I'm a two-time felon.
You have a two-time felon.
A joint was a very thin joint. Matter of fact, the cop laughed at me. He says, "What is this?" I said, "A joint." He said, "That's what you call it?" That's how small it was. My second one had no weed in it at all. It was a paper. That was 11 years later with no trouble at all. I've had 4 misdemeanors in my life, and I can't vote.
Have you looked at getting those expunged?
Yes, I could do the appeal thing, all that through the governor and that. And I had it all done once, and I gave it to somebody to proofread, and they lost it all, and I haven't done it again. They came back and they gave anybody that was a felon that was not a violent felon their rights back. Right. Well, yeah, I'm all excited. Oh, excuse me, I don't count. I had 2.
Because you had 2, I see.
Yes. Even though both of them together weren't enough for 1.
Right. Even though both together were not counted as 1. Right. Well, I might give it another shot if I was you. I'd try to go through that process and get that expunged. But I do thank you for visiting with me today. It's kind of refreshing to see that folks, still care about their government.
And we care about our life. Our government is our life.
Yeah.
Our government is who we depend on. It's like a child with a mother and a father. That's who you depend on. When you're abused by them, hey, we take them away. We're being abused by our government.
So we all need to get out there and vote. And to vote for me this year, it's going to be August 18th in the primary, in the Republican primary. So I look forward to seeing you out there, folks. And once again, Debbie, I thank you for visiting with me. Do you have any final words for the folks?
No, just we have to become one to be able to fix it. We have to come together.
Thank you, Debbie.